Before we begin the movie, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and activate the notification bell so you won't miss any of our new content. And don't forget to follow us on Facebook, you'll find the link in the description box. Our movie begins on a remote beach in Mexico, where we see a young man named Sebastian, who was 18 years old. He was riding his motorcycle, having traveled from the city to his uncle's hotel. Sebastian came there because his uncle had asked him to temporarily take his place, in other words, to manage the hotel located near the beach. We learn that his uncle Gary was planning to go to the hospital in the city due to health issues. After that, Gary gave Sebastian some rules to follow and things to avoid around the hotel area. He also told him that other staff members would assist him with the work. Gary continued, explaining that the hotel also welcomes couples who want to spend a romantic time together, so Sebastian should provide a safe space as a free service in the hotel. Since Gary would be away for a few days, he asked Sebastian to take good care of the hotel and manage it properly. On the very first day of work, Sebastian started feeling bored, so he decided to step out of the hotel to get some fresh air. When he saw a vendor selling coconuts, his thirst grew stronger, so he bought one, only to be surprised that the vendor turned out to be a boy younger than him. When paying, the boy didn't have enough money to give Sebastian the change, so he suggested that Sebastian buy another coconut to match the amount. But Sebastian refused. In the end, the boy invented a game using coins. If Sebastian won, he'd get his change back, but if he lost, he could take the coconut for free. Unfortunately, just as they were about to play, some guests arrived at the hotel, forcing them to postpone the game for a while. After finishing the check-in for the guests, Sebastian returned to the boy, and they resumed the pending game. The result was that Sebastian lost, and the boy, whose name was Genito, won, taking the remaining coins from Sebastian. Shortly after, Sebastian had to clean the room left by previous guests. Halfway through, more new guests had already arrived. Most of the guests who came only used the hotel as a temporary place to stay, including a woman named Miranda. Miranda usually came there with her boyfriend just to spend the night. That evening, Sebastian was accompanied by Sferino, who had come with his dog. They got to know each other, and together, they had to keep the hotel running as smoothly as possible. One day, while Sebastian was cleaning outside, he suddenly heard noises coming from the storage room. But when he checked, he didn't find anything unusual. Meanwhile, aside from being a hotel guest, Miranda also worked in real estate marketing. She had been doing this job for almost a year, but she hadn't managed to sell a single property yet, probably because most of the locals were fishermen and low-income workers, meaning luxury homes didn't suit them. At the same time, Sebastian received a call from his uncle, who was still in the city. Gary told him he might need to stay longer because the doctor had advised him to undergo surgery soon. Sebastian replied that he wasn't alone, Sferino was with him. In addition to Sferino, there was also a girl named Luca who helped, but she only came in the afternoons. Sebastian tried to talk to Luca and asked her to help him find another cleaner, since he was exhausted from taking care of everything by himself. Luca couldn't make any promises, but she said she would try to find someone. Shortly after Luca left, Miranda arrived. At that moment, the rain began pouring down, so Sebastian hurried to take the laundry off the line and return to the hotel. As he searched for shelter, Miranda joined him, since she was also waiting for her boyfriend. While they waited, the rain stopped, and the two began talking. Miranda then learned that Sebastian was Gary's nephew. She couldn't help but feel pity, seeing such a young man managing the hotel all by himself. After the rain stopped, Sebastian saw Miranda's boyfriend arriving. They argued a little, but everything went back to normal once they got close again, so much so that the noises they made sparked Sebastian's curiosity. Later that night, Sebastian received news from his mother that his uncle might undergo surgery within a few days. She asked Sebastian to come back home, but he wanted to continue his uncle's work at the hotel. Due to the lack of help at the hotel, Sebastian was forced to rely only on himself. One day, while cleaning the hotel's backyard, he noticed many fallen coconut leaves, and not only that, but the coconuts themselves had gone missing. Sebastian couldn't help but suspect there were thieves around. He then continued his work and put up a sign announcing a job vacancy at the hotel, as he was worn out from handling everything on his own. After finishing the cleaning, Sebastian went back to his room to rest and sleep. He didn't even notice Miranda checking in again. She had to wait for her boyfriend, who wasn't always on time. At that time, Sebastian received a phone call from his uncle, but because of the weak signal, he had to climb up to the hotel rooftop to talk to him. His uncle told him that he had undergone surgery and everything went well, but he needed rest to recover. Therefore, he asked Sebastian to take care of the hotel for a little longer. Just as Sebastian was about to go back downstairs, he was startled by Miranda's sudden appearance, which caused him to fall to the ground. Luckily, he wasn't injured, but his clothes got very dirty. While Sebastian was changing his clothes, Miranda tried to help by serving the arriving guests, though Sebastian didn't want to bother her. However, Miranda said she didn't mind helping. At that moment, a friendship began to grow between Miranda and Sebastian. Miranda privately confided in him about her love life, saying that she wasn't excited about marriage because her life was still unstable, her career wasn't going smoothly, and her boyfriend wasn't confident about his feelings, especially regarding their dates. That night, Miranda had planned a romantic dinner at a restaurant with her boyfriend, but after waiting for almost 2 hours, he didn't show up. Finally, Miranda received a message saying that he couldn't come due to unexpected work. At that moment, she didn't know what to do. Afterward, she returned to the hotel and asked Sebastian to go out with her. Miranda then took him to a public bar, and they had a good time there. She drank heavily, so when they returned, Sebastian was the one who drove the car and took her back to the hotel to rest, since he didn't know her home address. The next morning, a woman named Maria came to Sebastian asking for a job. He immediately hired her as a housekeeper. While cleaning, she found a mobile phone belonging to a guest, Miranda. At that moment, Sebastian accidentally saw the contents of Miranda's phone, which included her nude photos, leaving him embarrassed. Later, Sebastian heard noises coming from the storage room. Thinking it was a thief, he went closer, only to discover that the noise came from Luca and a man who were fighting in bed. Unfortunately, Miranda arrived just as Sebastian was caught peeking. She told him she was looking for her phone, and Sebastian quickly returned it to her. When she happily hugged him, Sebastian tried to get closer and fell in love with her. As a gesture of gratitude, Miranda gave Sebastian a gift he would never forget. She played a pillow fight with him on the bed. Afterward, Miranda stood by the window, and when Sebastian tried to approach her, she told him that what had happened was a mistake and must be forgotten forever. Later, Sebastian caught someone stealing his coconuts, only to find out it was Genito, who had been secretly stealing and reselling them. Although upset, Sebastian decided to make a deal with him. They would share the profits from selling coconuts. Genito agreed, strengthening both their working and friendly relationship. After a year of struggle, Miranda was still unable to sell any property, so she decided to resign from her job, as there was nothing more she could do. Meanwhile, Sebastian met a young woman named Rosa, who wanted to apply for the cleaning job, and he hired her immediately. That day, Miranda came to the hotel to see Sebastian, but since she didn't find him, she left a note telling him that she would be leaving the city. Before departing, she saw Sebastian talking with Rosa and felt happy that he had finally found someone to help him. And this was the end of our movie today. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and activate the notification bell so you won't miss any of our new content.